A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a high-stakes effort to secure a crucial swing state, former President Donald Trump is ramping up his campaign in North Carolina, holding rallies every day leading up to Tuesday's election. This state has been pivotal for Trump, who won it in both 2016 and 2020, albeit by a razor-thin margin of just 1.3 percentage points against Democrat Joe Biden in the last election. As Trump attempts to broaden his electoral map with visits to traditionally Democratic states like New Mexico and Virginia, his focus remains firmly on North Carolina, which last voted for a Democratic presidential candidate in 2008. The urgency of these rallies is underscored by the fact that losing North Carolina could significantly complicate Trump's path to the 270 electoral votes required to reclaim the presidency. Trump's schedule includes stops in key cities such as Gastonia, Greensboro, Kinston, and Raleigh, marking a total of 9 events in North Carolina since the beginning of October. His running mate, Ohio Senator J.D. Vance, has also been actively campaigning in the state, making 6 appearances in the same time frame. In a show of Democratic strength, Vice President Kamala Harris is set to hold her own rally in Charlotte on Saturday, although her campaign has not outlined any further plans in North Carolina before Election Day. The political landscape in North Carolina has been complicated by the recent devastation caused by Hurricane Helene, which has resulted in flooding and significant property damage across multiple counties. This disaster has displaced residents and created uncertainty in the region, potentially impacting voter sentiment. Despite these challenges, Trump's campaign remains optimistic about their chances in North Carolina, interpreting the former president's extensive campaigning as a sign of strength. However, Democratic leaders are interpreting Trump's frequent appearances as a signal of concern. Democratic State Representative Marcia Mori commented, "The repeat appearances may signal Trump's campaign is in trouble, suggesting that his aggressive rhetoric might alienate voters rather than attract them." Trump advisor Jason Miller, however, downplayed these concerns, asserting that their strategy, informed by data and targeting, remains intact and confident. As the election approaches, early voting statistics reveal that nearly half of North Carolina's 7.8 million registered voters have already cast their ballots, driven by a robust early in-person voting initiative that concludes on Saturday. Republican leaders are encouraged by the turnout among their base, with over 50,000 more GOP voters having voted early compared to Democrats, despite the latter having a larger overall registration advantage. The dynamics of independent voters, who now represent the largest segment of registered voters in North Carolina, add another layer of complexity. Trump lost ground with this demographic between the 2016 and 2020 elections, and the state's history of split-ticket voting further complicates predictions. While the Republican Party has held the state legislature since 2011, Democrats have maintained control of the governor's mansion for most of the past 3 decades. The GOP's hopes of breaking this trend have faced challenges, particularly following controversial remarks made by their gubernatorial nominee, Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson, which have drawn negative media attention. Robinson has denied allegations of making explicit posts online and has initiated a defamation lawsuit against CNN, but the controversy has raised concerns that it could negatively impact other Republican candidates in the upcoming election. As the final days of the campaign unfold, both Trump and Harris are making a concerted effort to sway undecided voters in this battleground state. With the stakes high and the political climate in flux, North Carolina remains a focal point in the race for the presidency. The outcome here could not only shape the future of Trump's political ambitions, but also signal broader trends in voter sentiment across the nation as the election approaches. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.